Hey guys, this is Cam315 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys. It's the only one thing that can keep me alive during these critical times. If you didn't know, one, the only good thing to come out of all this coronavirus stuff is I'm finally getting no more classes, online classes for the rest of the semester for me. So obviously that's going to be much more easier. The bad thing is, I won't be able to have access to my stuff to my school in Connecticut till who knows when this stuff blows over. California currently is on like a stay-at-home policy, unless you have to go out and get essential needs. And then three, my water's off for 10 hours. Okay, I've talked about how bad life is going for me and probably everybody else. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Super, because Dragon Ball Super came out. The news chapter manga came out today. Chapter 58. Son Goku arrives. At least that's the one thing that's keeping me good. Anyways, we leave up from where we last started off, where Goku beats those three diffused chicks, and essentially Krillin and Master Roshi yet again say, you always come at these inopportune times where you always show up late. And Goku's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's just a bad habit of me. And essentially he uses instant transmission to find Tien and Yamcha and stop them. Now, before he goes off to go help out Tien and Yamcha, Krillin asks him, if he thinks that, he can beat Moro now. And Goku's like, I don't really know, but Goku says, well, of course, I need to beat him, otherwise we're dead. And essentially he's like, he could still be hiding some of his powers, so I don't know if I can beat him or not. But he said, essentially, he's like, or Krillin asked him, aren't you, scared? And Goku, as we know Goku for the past, Jesus, how many years of Dragon Ball's been going on? Goku always gets super excited for a new opponent, and he says the same thing to Krillin. He's like, yeah, I'm really excited for this, so catch you later. And he eventually teleports to Yamcha, Tien, and Shatsurat. He beats that villain up so badly, and then he leaves to go see where Gohan, Piccolo, Android 17, and 18 are. Now those four are having difficulty taking on powered up Sangha Bro. We get a nice little action set piece, or a few little, scenes with Piccolo and Gohan teaming up to fight him. So there's this awesome part where they get moved back. They jump off a rock, and then, they jump off a rock, and they say, and essentially they do a combined attack. Now, Sangabro takes it. Now, this was a stupid thing. I'm just gonna say this. So Jocko says, you're using too much, you're gonna break the earth. I'm like, Jocko. These guys have dealt with Demon King Piccolo, who had the power to destroy the earth. Possibly, I don't know. He probably did. They dealt with the Saiyans, who could have destroyed the earth at any second they wanted to. Frieza came to the planet 2 separate occasions, and Jocko was with the second occasion. He saw Frieza blow the earth up. Cell, he literally freaking did a Kamehameha at the end where he could have blown up the series. Majin Buu destroyed the planet. Beerus could have destroyed the planet. But for a combined attack between Piccolo and Gohan, he's like, be careful, guys, you could destroy the earth. Well, in the translation it says break the earth, but I'm like, huh? Jocko, these guys have been up against threats the earth has, went up against that done and destroy the planet or have destroyed the planet. The 2 times the earth has been destroyed was Frieza until they reversed it, and then, Majin Buu. So anyways, they combine the attack. And essentially, Sanga Bro is walking through it like Broly from the legendary Super Saiyan movie. Essentially, he just takes the blast head on. He's just standing over them. He essentially punches them, knocks them back, and it's looking like all hopes for lost. Android 18 and 17 are like, you gotta be kidding me. These guys are more than we can handle, and it's crazy because this dude's given 17 issues, and this is the same 17. Now, the anime and manga continuity are different, but I think this is where they're gonna fuse the anime and manga continuity, where it's just one straight on continuity. But essentially, this is the same 17 who literally wrecked shop in the Tournament of Power and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, Jocko does talk to Sanga Bro, and he's like, "Why are you listening to Moro? You're like your old man. You're like your own man, and you typically don't let somebody follow him." And he's like, "Why are you catering to Moro and being like essentially his puppet?" And Sanga Bro's telling him, he's like, "Be quiet. He saved us from the galactic prison, and he's given us the power, um, that we can't get caught by you guys again," which explains why every convict all the Z fighters fought is pretty strong because I guess they were given energy from Moro, like um like Sangabro did. Um, essentially Jocko kind of tells him like, "Look, I guarantee you taking orders from him is or he essentially says, he said like, I guarantee you being locked up is better than listening to this guy." And then Sangabro gets upset. He's like, "What? What?" He's like, "What?" And then, Jocko's playing that, thing. And all of a sudden, like, a gust of wind happens. And then all of a sudden, Sangabro just gets pounded on. He's getting attacked. Like, literally attacked. No, Piccolo and Gohan are like, what the heck's going on? And, essentially, Sangabro's just getting beat up. He's getting pummeled. He's getting pummeled. Moro's just off in the distance, like, what the heck is that? And essentially, Gohan's like, "Wait, it's my dad." And then Piccolo asks him like, "Wait, can you see what? I can't see him or anything." Now Jocko says like, really, you guys can't see him because I can." And essentially and we all, because we know even back from Revival of F that Jocko has like crazy good eyes, so he can literally see everything. Honestly, he can see everything. Really, he's really good. He does make a funny mention. He's like, "Well, just because I can see Goku moving so fast doesn't mean I can fight like him," and stuff like that. So it's a nice little tidbit if you guys forgot that Jocko's eyes are pretty smart. So essentially, Moro, he's just standing there, and then eventually he sees him, and he's like, "Oh, you're one of them, the person who used the instant transmission move on Namek." And essentially, he's like, "Your name was Son Goku, right? Hurry up and show up." Essentially, and that goes to show that we can't take Moro for granted because if he can see Goku moving at this crazy high speed, yeah. So, anyways, Goku throws Sangabro at Moro. Moro just does some like kind of gun thing and flicks him away. So he's pushed into this rubble. Goku eventually shows up. He's all confident. Well, and Goku's like, "Look, I'm here just to beat you, and yeah, but it's looking like it won't be simple. It won't be easy." Um, and Moro does make a point that, oh, Goku has grown stronger and stuff like that. So he sees that. And yeah, Goku does mention he's not the same guy as he was before. All of a sudden, Songbro comes out of the rubble, and he is pissed. So, anyways, he tells Moro, like, "Look, Master Moro, I can still fight." Well, he calls him Lord Moro, so obviously he's now a puppet, a slave to him. And essentially Moro's like, "See, Goku, our son Goku, take care of him first before you want me." So, anyways, Goku knows he has to fight him because the others can't take this guy. So, anyways, Goku tells him, like, "Look, you guys been all captured. You all been rounded up. Give up right now, and you won't have to suffer the consequences so hardly." And essentially, Sanga Bros is like, "I'm not going back to the slammer. I'm not going back to prison." He powers up. Essentially, he's even strong. So he gets even stronger. And essentially, It's funny. It's funny because Moro's like, well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go over there and fight him or what? So he teleports down there, and essentially he tells Gohan and Piccolo, "I got this." Now Gohan and Piccolo do make a mention that they apologize to Goku for not, they wish that they were stronger to save the planet. But it's like, listen, it's the same old song and dance. They always rely on Goku and Vegeta to show up the last second to help them get out of this predicament. Even though technically right now Gohan is like the third strongest character. It's like between him and 17, like the third strongest character in the Z Fighters. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like there's no need for these two to apologize or anybody else on the Z Fighters to apologize. The thing is for those guys is they just hold off the weaker threats before the main threat comes, and they always introduce somebody who is like second in command to the main bad guy, who beats like literally the third best fighter, and either Goku or Vegeta takes him out in like one hit or something like that. It's kind of what happens next. So, anyways, Goku says, "Let me handle this one." They fight, and Moro's like, "Okay, let's see what the extent of your new power is." So, Goku goes straight to blue, and now Moro makes mention, he's like, "Wait, blue hair?" But I'm like, "Wait a second. If I remember, haven't you seen Goku with blue in Super Saiyan Blue before?" Um, that makes no sense. That's kind of a weird thing. Because he kind of mentions like, what, the like blue hair. I'm like, you've seen Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan Blue on Namek. Come on, dude. Now, I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm not gonna nitpick it. I guess that's a little nitpick. But anyways, Sangabro charges in at Goku. Goku's just easily mopping the floor with this guy, like mopping the floor with this guy. He's blocking every shot, and he's not letting him touch him. So obviously, the training with Miras is paying off, like literally paying off. Um, this guy Sangabro gives like a huge knee to Goku, but Goku blocks it. And essentially Goku's like, "Oh, you're pretty strong. You're pretty sturdy. Like a buff guy." But essentially, he's like, "But that's not going to beat me." Essentially, so he puts him down again. He knocks him down, and it's looked like he's down for the count. And now Piccolo mentions like Goku looks stronger in his Super Saiyan Blue form than when we last saw him. Which, and I guess in this case would be well, in Piccolo's case would be Dragon Ball from the Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly, because he wasn't sensing the fight, but he could clearly see he could clearly tell that there was something going on. But I guess in their cases, you can see the last time they really saw him go Super Saiyan Blue was the tournament of power, so obviously they see how much stronger he is. Now Goku says like, "Okay, it's over. He won't get up again and stuff." And he tells Moro like, "You ready for this?" I'm like, "Okay, let's go. Let's get Goku versus Moro." Now Moro's like, "Yeah, you sure about that? You might want to make double check on that." Because he's like, "Look behind you." Sangabro gets up, and this dude is like he got no pupils. He got no pupils in anything. Now Moro essentially now, Jocko comes to the conclusion maybe when Moro did that little gun flicking thing, he probably gave Sangabro more energy to be able to take hints. Moro then asks Sangabro, like, "Look, are you still able to fight?" And Sangabro, he's just looking crazy. He's just going to demand no pupils. He's like, "Of course, Lord Moro. Of course, I'm going to keep fighting for you." And essentially, Maul's like, "Okay, I'll grant you more powers." So he gives him more energy, and this dude is crazy. He's foaming from the mouth, and this dude is powering up like crazy. And I'm like, "Oh crap, this guy's going like straight up, like his power is overflowing, Broly thing." Now Goku's like, "Look, Moro, stop." Goku tells Moro like, "Look, you can't keep giving him energy. His body can't take it. It's at its limit." So essentially, yeah. He charges at him. Sangabro charges at him, and Goku does tell Sangabro, like, "Look, you gotta stop this. You're gonna wreck your body if you keep doing this." And obviously Sangabro's more powerful, but Super Saiyan Blue Goku's still pretty much handling him. And Moro makes a point, and he's like, "Look, Goku, I want to see the technique you did against Sangabro when you first appeared." And because he mentions like, "Yeah, that form you're in Super Saiyan Blue, that wasn't what you did, what I saw earlier." And essentially, he's like, look, show it to me now, otherwise I will continue to give Singabro more energy and to continue fighting. He essentially gives Singabro more energy, and essentially, Singabro's like, ah, he's powering up. Essentially, Goku goes in to attack Moro. Moro sees this thing coming a mile ahead, and he blocks it with just one freaking hand, or really his wrist. He's like, essentially, Goku was coming in for the punch, and he's like, so obviously, that goes to show we can't take Moro. Moro is still no joke. He is still no joke. He can handle Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And this is training after mirrors now. We didn't get a full fight this chapter between Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Moro, but just one punch. So obviously it goes to show that Moro is much more stronger than he looks. Now Goku's like, look, stop this right now, otherwise, me and I'll show you. So anyways, it cuts to Sangabro, and the dude's like, Lord Moro, he's mine, he's mine. And all of a sudden, this thing, the part where they always do like the click, where the ding, it shows that in the panel, and essentially the dude like, I wouldn't say explode, but the power he couldn't handle too much power, and I'm guessing he died because of the power. Now I would think the body would probably explode because they overloaded power, but he just couldn't take it. It was just like, I don't know. They showed this really disgusting shot of like, I guess this, thing like just coming out from his mouth, which I'm guessing is probably blood or something like that. I mean, it was really nasty. And it was like, oh, yeah. I guarantee you when the anime comes back and makes an appearance, they ain't going to show that great. It ain't going to be that graphic. So, obviously, this goes to show that Moro was much more devious than we ever thought before. So, Moro does make a point. He's like, that's too bad. I gave him only like a tiny bit of my energy, and freaking he can even handle it. That's crazy. So, anyways, Goku does make a mention, like, wait, wasn't this guy your friend? And Moro's like, Itch, you think I was friends with these guys to begin with? No, they were my soldiers. They were my people that will die for me, essentially. And Goku, he's like, you dang scumbag. And I'm like, Goku, every freaking enemy you come across against, you always ask them, but I thought they were your friends when you see you take them out. You said the same, well, you didn't say the same thing when Vegeta killed Nappa, but, he tends to say this every now and then to certain villains who has certain, like, people that they work under. The main villain works under. I'm like, dude, Goku, come on. This guy's evil. He don't give a crap. Stop asking them about friends. It's almost like Luffy. Well, it's like Luffy in One Piece. He always sees the main villains, treat their crewmates like trash, and he's like, aren't they your friends? But then again, One Piece is mostly about friendship and stuff like camaraderie. So anyways, Goku's like, okay, fine, I'll show you my new power-up. I'll show you the power I gained to beat you. So he deforms from Super Saiyan Blue, and he powers up. Next thing you know, the last page in the manga chapter is essentially where Moro looks at this, and he's like, this ain't no mortal ability. And then we see Goku in Ultra Instinct Omen, or Ultra Instinct Sign. And essentially Goku's like, that's right, this is the initial stage of the technique of the gods, Ultra Instinct Sign, or Omen, or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, if you guys don't know the differences between Ultra Instincts, Ultra Instinct Sign / Omen, that's Ultra Instinct when he has the blue aura around him, with the flowy black hair. That's the Ultra Instinct Omen. Now, before I end this manga chapter review, I'm just going to talk about my thoughts on the chapter 1. I thought the chapter was really good. And then I guess the next thing, which is going to probably be a talking point for literally the next coming weeks or days, is the fact that Goku can now turn or transform into Ultra Instinct Omen, or Sign, at will now. Some people will obviously have issues with that. Some people obviously won't. You're probably going to be asking, what are my thoughts on Goku being able to transform to at Ultra Instinct Omen at will now. I didn't see this coming. Um, Obviously, my feelings were I will say I'm fine with it. They could have stretched out another arc till he gets it at will, but I'm fine with it right now. And that's based on what they do in the next chapter on April 20th, which is when the next chapter will release. Barring, and I mean barring any unnecessary delays because of the coronavirus, that's the only way we would not be getting it next month or anytime soon. Like I said, barring any delays. Um, I will say we're gonna have to see what Ultra Instinct Omen can do against Moro. Now, if Ultra Instinct Omen, which I do not believe will beat the living hell out of Moro, then yeah, you can say, okay, this is too much. He should not get this at will. Obviously, I feel like Toritaro and Toriyama, they're gonna have to put some kind of drawback with Goku being able to go Ultra Instinct Omen / Sign at will, because it only makes complete sense that they do that, because you know it wouldn't make no sense if he can just do that at will now. Now, people have speculation. Well, now that he can transform this at will, what's the need for God or Blue? I think Goku and Vegeta. I think Goku will still go God and Blue and Super Saiyan Blue every now and then. I think he'll only use Ultra Instinct based on the certain drawbacks Ultra Instinct Omen and Sign will give. Based on that. I don't think he'll use it constantly all the time. I think this will be just a thing where you know, he ends up using it if it's like a last resort type of thing where they need to defeat an enemy badly, and that's when it'll be like, okay, I'll go Ultra Instinct, and I'll have to try to wrap this fight up fast. I think there will be a time. See, now my initial drawback would be for this is one, Goku will lose a lot of when Goku goes Ultra Instinct, Omen or Sign. If he depowers or if he loses the power, he basically has a huge loss of energy. Something similar like Super Saiyan 3 when it was first introduced. And then yeah, my second drawback would be like I would say he would have a time limit. He would be in a time limit. Like he can't stay in Ultra Instinct, you know, Sign or Omen, long enough. So we're gonna see what that is, and next chapter we're going to get what's looking like it's going to be Ultra Instinct Omen Goku versus Moro. Now, my predictions for next chapter is Goku's obviously going to lose the fight against Moro. I don't think Ultra Instinct Omen will be enough to defeat Moro. And I guess another thing is this. Now, you can make a case, okay, maybe he is transforming this at will. Like I said, I believe I'm kind of fine with this based on next chapter, and that's what I'm saying. People need to wait for next chapter to be qualified if this is okay that he can do it at will. Now, if it was Mastered Ultra Instinct with the silver hair, the white hair, or whatever, okay, then I can understand why people have issues, because that would make no sense. And I think Master Ultra Instinct should not be a transformation or a state of being where Goku can do it at will. I think it has to be something where it just has to be straight up activated. Because we saw how powerful he can get in that when he fought Jiren. Yeah. Now, my predictions for next chapter is Goku and Moro will have a fight. It will look like Goku will have the upper hand at first, and then Moro will start to pummel Goku. He'll deform from Ultra Instinct Omen. He'll hardly have any energy left. And then going at the end of the chapter, that's when Vegeta will show up and he'll confront Moro. And from where we go on there, we'll just have to find out. But other than that, this was a good chapter. I can't wait to see more of this. Now, it sucks, like I said. I love where the Dragonball Super manga is going, but it sucks that it's not weekly like, My Hero Academia or some other animes, manga series like One Piece. It's every freaking month. And like I said, barring any, delays, that could, script the entire thing, like, because the world's going into crazy stuff. right now with the virus and everything. But yeah, we're hopefully there is no delays. Hopefully it will release next month. But we'll just have to see as the weeks lead up to it. Like I said, this coronavirus is becoming a huge issue. So yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. So if you like this video, leave a like. If there's a comment you want to put on what you thought in this chapter and what do you think about Ultra Instinct Omen, or what do you think about Goku, being able to transform into Ultra Instinct Omen at well? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Or are you in the middle about it? Or are you in the middle about it and you have to wait till the next chapter? And I guess, what are your ideas on a drawback on for this form? Because obviously there's gonna be a drawback to this. There's gotta be a drawback. Because if there isn't no drawbacks, then it's gonna be just something where it's gonna be OP. But other than that, hit that subscribe button if you want to get any more Dragon Ball related content, whether it's manga chapter reviews or whatever else is in the Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball top tens or something like that. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. This has been Camper 15. Hopefully you guys are staying safe, wherever you are. And yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.